guys, welcome to my channel, the Collector, and for today's video, I'm gonna review the Marvel Legends Retro Spider Armor Mark 1. First, let's take a closer look at the packaging. As you can see at the side, there's the portrait of the Spider Armor Mark 1, and at the top, there's the logo of the retro animated series of Spider-Man, and at the back there's a brief description about him, and also there's the portrait of the other figures that comes with the wave. This is the Spider Armor Mark 1 out of the packaging. Honestly speaking, this is my least favorite design for the many outfits of Spider-Man in the comics, but when they applied it on the actual action figure, it turns out really good. It was a pretty badass action figure. It should have been a perfect action figure, but there's a minor problem about it, which I will be focusing later on. So without further ado, let's proceed. Take a closer look on the figure. First, let's focus on the head sculpt. As you can see, at first I thought it's just a repaint of the Spider-Man head sculpt, but surprisingly it's a 100% original new sculpt. As you can see, what they did, it's like a helmet, as you can see, there's a unique pattern at this part. I mean, if I'm the only one who can see it, I don't know, but it's pretty unique. Also, there, as you can see, there's a texture, metallic texture on this part. I really like what they did on that, and they painted the eyes cleanly. I'm glad that they use a matte black on that, and also I'm glad that they painted it with a silver, not too shiny silver, but if you want, I think you can enhance it by painting it with the glossy sealant. As you can see, 90% of the figure is an original sculpt, or does have original sculpt. I think they didn't reuse any parts. As you can see, all the metal plates are sculpted on his body. I really like the separation on this part. It really looks like a vest that he put on, or it looks like the metal plates, just he stick the metal plates on his jumpsuit. I'm just gonna call the black part the jumpsuit, because most probably this part are just attached to the black suit if you're gonna apply it on real life. Also, I love this part. I mean, realistically speaking, the metal part should end here. I really like what they did about it, instead of extending it up to that point. Also, I like the design of the spider insignia at the back. It is sculpted and painted very well, especially the legs, as you can see. Also, the black jumpsuit has a texture. Surprisingly, they didn't get lazy at all. Instead of doing a standard black design, I mean, this really looks like an actual suit. I mean, if you're gonna cosplay it, this one really looks realistic. As you can see, even up to the bottom of his feet, there's the metal plates in there. I mean, it really looks like a suit made by Peter Parker, or a suit made by a human. It's really nice. I really love this figure. There are some mispaints on my figure, as you can see, but for me it's not a problem. It's a very minor problem. I'm not the OC kind of person when it comes to paint details. Sorry guys, but I really need to include this. I forgot to include that they also add a skull for the web shooter, as you can see. I really love what they did on this. Hasbro didn't get lazy at all. The Spider Armor Mark 1 comes with the 2 pairs of hands, a pair of closed fists, as you can see on the figure. Closed piece that was painted and sculpted very well. As you can see, even the knuckles have a sculpt, and they even painted it. And a pair of web shooting hands. It also has a sculpt, and they even painted that part. I mean, the knuckles, they stayed consistent. And he comes with 2 cobweb effects. This is the larger one, as you can see, made of soft plastic, and the smaller one. For Spider Armor Mark 1 articulation, his head can rotate 360 degrees. He can look up that far, can look down that far. He can wiggle his head. His arms can surprisingly reach up to that point. His arms can rotate 360 degrees. He has a bicep swivel, a pinless tech double jointed elbow. Let me focus on that one. And he has a wrist articulation that can rotate 360 degrees and can move up and move down that far. He has a torso articulation, I mean an ab crunch articulation that can go that far, go down that far. He can do the split. He has a thigh cut. He also have a pinless tank, double jointed knees, and he has the ankle pivot that can also move up and move down. Measuring a Spider Armor Mark 1, he is standing around 6.2 inches tall. Here is Spider Armor Mark 1 with the Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man. Here is Spider Armor Mark 1 side to side with the Marvel Legends Venom movie. Here is the Spider Armor Mark 1 side to side with the Mesco 112 Collective Spider-Man Stealth Suit. And finally, here is Spider Armor Mark 1 with the Marvel Select PS4 Spider-Man. To conclude this video, this is probably one of the best Spider-Man action figures that Hasbro released. It should have been the best Spider-Man action figure, but the problem is, I think they should have included the butterfly joints, but aesthetically speaking, it's impossible to do that because this is the spider armor. He has a plated armor on his chest, so most probably they cannot include the butterfly joints. I really like what they did on this action figure. As I've said before, 90% of these are original parts, very similar with what they did on the retro Daredevil, which is the armored one. That Daredevil should have been, that's my favorite Daredevil action figure, but it should have been a perfect action figure if they just included some butterfly joints on it. But as I've said, because of the design, it's impossible to apply that articulation on that figure. If you're a toy collector that still not satisfied with the paint apps on this figure, I think you can just apply a gloss top coat on this one, since for me the silver color that they use is very good. So if you're a Spider-Man collector, this is a must-have, probably one of the best looking alternate outfit for him. Also, if you're a Marvel Legends collector, I know you will get this one. This is a must-have. As you can see earlier, if you're a Marvel Select collector, the height won't match, but if you're not OC, maybe you can still use it for your Spider-Man Hall of, I think, so Hall of outfit, not Hall of armor. Maybe this is an armor, but maybe we can get more of the Mark II or Mark III armor for Spider-Man. So all in all, this is a great figure. As I've said, this could have been perfect, but as Adele said, we couldn't have it all. That's all, guys. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a good day. Stay safe.